Real estate agents in denial. Hey everybody, Scott Walters. Buckle up, strap in. I got a hard-hitting, pull no punches, no sugarcoating, no rainbows, no sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpackage today. Buckle up, strap in, hold on to your hats and your glasses as we blow the lid off the U.S. housing market. Well, why would we want to do that, Scott? Because everything hinges on the U.S. housing market. If and when we lose it, we'll lose everything, friends. It will take everything along for a ride. It's like a vacuum. It's the biggest asset class in the world, capable of collapsing the U.S. economy and having a ripple effect through the global financial markets. That is how big of what we're dealing with now. And so I've always preached this message at the channel. You never want a real estate agent in worse shape than their clients. And unfortunately, the majority of what I've seen out of real estate agents, they drank the Kool-Aid. This time was different. So the desperation attempts continue to be displayed in the U.S. housing market, not only from agents, from the industry itself, whether it's the lending industry or just the sales industry. Agents, sellers, buyers, people are all over the board with this one. And the realities are we have a stimulus hangover. But now we're getting more and more, painfully aware of the economic challenge map that if we throw a dart at it, we're hitting something. We're seeing a lot of failures. Bailouts are now occurring. And friends, we're at the front end of this, right? We're at the front end. So as I continue to help many of you navigate through your own real estate needs, identifying the best real estate agent in your area, talking to that agent personally, and then putting people together to work on their real estate needs, doing my best to give you whatever safety measure I can so you understand the waters we're swimming in. Here at the channel, we do a lot of what's called penciling it out. Does the property pencil out? Our cost to carry the property, is it safe? Is it within the property's rent range? That's all we need to know. It's an insurance policy we can pull for ourselves. Very important in real estate. And most people are very much unaware of that. And it's been I always say I'm half salesperson, half therapist. When I have to deal with a lot of people. And that's why I've always said, the only way for us to get wealthy is to make other people wealthy. If I can't do that for you, friends, I'm not going to remain or increase my own wealth. And I'm not just talking about monetary wealth. I'm talking about personal, professional wealth from the inside out. So without getting into too much of a soapbox sermon at the moment, we're going to talk a little bit today about what you're going to deal with moving forward from your real estate agent. Well, we know anybody that has financial gain in these markets and is possibly seeing their income reduced as the market has now stalled in reverse course in the majority of the country. That's not a good sign for a lot of agents that drank the economic Kool-Aid, is it? And I've always said there's no such thing as a perfect agent, and we don't need one. They're a vehicle, a robot to go out there and open doors and write our offers. But unfortunately, a lot of the agents don't want to start writing offers yet. Listen, the realities are if you're in your local market, the prices are what the prices are. When inventory floods in and certain properties are stuck on the market, showing many days on market, going through multiple price reductions, then maybe you can come test it with an offer. But most real estate agents aren't willing to do that test yet. They will be begging for your lowball offers at some point. I think the biggest thing to know personally, I've always said this, right? If you've been around the channel, if you're new, please subscribe. Subscribe right away. If you're out there making offers on property, especially if you're coming in under asking price, significantly under asking price, if we can get our robot agent to write the offer because they're going to be a little bit scared because they just went from euphoria to feast and famine. They're having they're being challenged mentally right now. There's just no way to sugarcoat this one. Whew, insanity, this stuff that we have to unpackage. Don't fall in love with the house. If you want to protect yourself, don't fall in love with the house because there's a good chance your offer might not get written, and if it does, it might not get accepted. So you got to be ready to navigate. It comes down to how motivated are you. Now, here at the channel, like I've said, I've shown you many properties, even where they sit today, pencil out. Cost to own less than what they would rent for. Those properties are out there. No reason to lowball those properties. It's the properties, and I was just talking with a subscriber earlier. Hey, the agent that we got, I asked them to go ahead and submit this offer because this is where it needed to pencil out at. And they're like, I can't write that offer. It's too far away from where their current list price is. And, the subscriber was a little bit frustrated, understandably so, because the agent just basically refused to write the offer. And the reality is, that's like I said, don't worry about it. You got to just move on. Now, at some point, we might have to talk to the agent. We might have to get a new agent. Maybe, and we just might be too early to the party in that specific area. But good for him for saying, hey, is it going to pencil out? And we get a lot of messages here at the channel from people talking to real estate agents that are still sugarcoating it. I mean, agents go through weekly sales meetings on how to handle objectives, what to tell you if you're on the fence, to push you into a buy. And most of us can smell a rat, right? We know we can smell a salesperson from a mile away, which is one of the reasons that you've gravitated towards this channel. You're like, here's a straight shooter, has financial gain, but he's giving it to us straight. Like, that's the type. Can I just find somebody like this? There's no such thing as the perfect agent. My job is to get us as close as possible. So I found a pretty good inbox through our Facebook page at the channel of somebody who wrote in, and I spoke to this person personally after I read their message because I was like, this guy deserves a call. And I'll share what I told him after we read this message. Let's go ahead and roll that message, then we'll meet back here to wrap it up. Let's get started. Hi, Scott. I sold my house I bought in 2009 in September. I'm renting now in preparation for events to come. Thanks to you and your friends. I watch the great content daily. I would love to contact a great agent in Las Vegas. Oh, by the way, I used a rookie agent to find my rental. I sent her a text that read, "How's the market looking?" I bet you can imagine the response. I felt kind of bad because she didn't realize I was testing her. Test failed. She has a second job now. Maybe real estate is her second job. Would have liked to hear, "Oh, Jason, hang out in that rental for a bit and let's go grab a screaming deal." Sellers and agents are freaking out. Would have gained a client for sure. Instead, I felt a field of flowers and potpourri. All right, let's get back to the studio so we can wrap this one up. All right, friends, welcome back, and thank you to the subscriber who messaged in. Whew. What do you guys think? So our agent, clearly, the agent that he used, clearly is trying to cheerlead one more sale. And he did not get out of that agent, there's only one time in history where renters are better off than buyers, and that's in a real estate bubble. Now, the height of the bubble, like I said, is reverse course. Now is the time to get in front of this, get your team ready, and go test the waters. Now, every area might not be ready yet. I know Vegas is already, I've shown you plenty of properties that are getting close to pencil out, but they're not quite there yet because they got so euphoric in the first place. So a lot of those areas still have a lot of work to do. The places that didn't get euphoric are penciling out better than the ones that got euphoric. But the places that got euphoric with all the investor involvement that are now trying to complete construction now that this market is stalled, they're sitting on properties sucking air, doing anything they can, incentives, rate buy downs, anything but drop that price. Well, eventually there's just nothing else to do. So what I really wanted to remind people today, if you want to test your agent, this is a great way to do it. I'm sure if you called any real estate agent today and said, "Hey, I want to buy a house, but I'm afraid of the market crashing. What do you think?" Most agents, I would have to guess, unless they've been coached by yours truly, are going to say, "Oh, no crash risk here. No, this time is different. Zero crash risk here." You see, I would always respect an agent much more that can just say, "That was the craziest real estate bubble, and there's going to be crash risk anytime there's bubble behavior." At least put some percent. But the one that says zero crash risk, let's go look at properties. But then if you were to call the same agent, and you can do this, pretend like you want to sell your house. "Hey, listen, thinking about selling my house. I'm worried about a real estate crash." Oh yeah, it's definitely going to crash. I can get you the market right. It's how you can test to see really where an agent's at. Now, with that being said, like I've always said, you're in the driver's seat. The agent works for you. We're immersed in real estate. We understand real estate. We're playing in the wild west of real estate. This was a very interesting time for all of us. So I think one of the things we have to understand is, it might take a few real estate agents till you find the one that you resonate with. Hopefully this channel is designed to place that high-level agent immediately so you can bridge that gap rather quickly and be close to somebody who you actually watch on YouTube and feel like, okay, I feel like I got the best possibility going forward. And that's really what it comes down to. Best possibility moving forward. And final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a content creator. Somebody wants to see you not only win in real estate, win in life. Understanding the biggest artificially created housing bubble ever produced in world history has reversed course. Real estate agents are going to have a tricky time right now navigating the waters. We're already hearing about them dropping off in droves. The message I showed you today from the subscriber is in Las Vegas. I just spoke personally with family friend who we visited through a couple years ago in Vegas. That was a real estate agent themselves. They're now a dealer at one of the casinos. They're no longer working in the industry. The subscriber themselves said, my agent now has another second job. I don't know which one's the second, her real estate career, or maybe she's working at the casino too. This is the writing on the wall. This isn't the sign of a market that's going to continue to sustain itself at any level. My guess is we're going to continue to see the market trend the opposite direction. At some point, it might require a bailout. We're probably a year out from bailout starting in the housing market, but that's pure guesswork. It could happen sooner. It could happen later. Our job is to make smart decisions moving forward. I'm going to continue to heat map it, temperature check it, blow the lid off it when necessary, every step of the way, because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media links in the description of this video if you'd like to contact me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you need help buying or selling real estate here in America, I have the biggest network of top-rated agents in the nation ready to assist you. To be our honor and our privilege to do so. Email in the description for you as well, or you can simply reach out to ScottWaltersRealestate at Gmail if that's easier for you. If you're watching from your television set today and you enjoyed this video, I know you're going to love the next video, and there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Please go make it count today. I'll see you on the next video.